Chapter 3. Welcome to the last and final chapter of the Basics of NFT video series. This series has been a joy for us to make, and we hope you have learned a thing or two so far. In this final chapter, we will be talking about the conceptualization process of your artwork and collection, the building and designing part, as well as the ways you can market your project for minting and selling. Kaya ano? Simulan na natin? Conceptualizing your artwork or collection. If you've already created your OpenSea account, yay! The next step is to conceptualize the project that you want to put up at OpenSea. Ang tawag dito ay pre-production. In the case of Lonely AstroBears Space Agency, our goal was to build a community. A community wherein artists can freely create new connections, educate one another, and collaborate on projects. This was a project that was conceived because we wanted all young Filipino artists to belong, lalo na yung mga younger artists na nahihirapang humanap at bumuo ng networks of clients, pati na rin yung mga nahihiyang i-market yung sarili nila for commissions. Ang daming talented na artists na ganyan, and of course, you deserve recognition and growth in the art scene. We also wanted to be able to raise awareness on the reality of this struggle, at sa ganitong paraan namin gusto gawin ito. So yon ang theme ng aming project. Para sa'yo, you can think of something as personal to you, or something that you truly believe in. Once nahanap mo na yung theme na gusto mo, what will be your subject? For Labsa, we wanted to build a community. With that, we followed the pattern of most community-based projects kagaya ng BPOs and BAYC PFPs. We went with bears in spacesuits as our subject because bears are creatures that are naturally alone and yet nakakahanap sila ng paraan to survive on their own. Space then connotes the idea of being afloat in the void, not knowing where to go next, especially dahil sa COVID-19 pandemic. You can do the same as we did, or you can even list photographs you've taken. Before this tutorial, we will be focusing on creating a limited collection of artworks that you can easily put up for minting in your OpenSea account. Building and designing. When building and designing your artworks, there is no specific way to go about it. Pwede ngang scribble lang from your phone, an artwork you made on Photoshop, a 3D model, or even a photograph of your traditional painting. Pero para sa tutorial na to, we'll be working with Photoshop. Now, we're in the production phase of the project. First, you want to prepare your canvas. We recommend a 1:1 ratio canvas of at least 512 by 512 pixels na size. Next, understand and visualize what you want to create. You can do mock-ups on a paper or even within Photoshop of what you want to build. After you finalize your concept and design, simulan mo nang mag-drawing. If hindi mo kaya mag-freehand, you can look for references online or royalty-free clip arts that you can put together. Kasi ang importante when working with Photoshop, you have to build your artworks in layers. Check out what we did for the Labsa Bear. If may specific subject din yung project mo, we recommend you start with the backgrounds, then work on the subject. Pero, pwede rin namang vice versa, kung saan ka dapat komportable magtrabaho. After mo gumawa ng design mo, check mo if satisfied ka na. If hindi pa, you can just repeat your process or maybe try something else. Remember, you don't have to rush your artwork. Create not to finish it right away, but to enjoy the process and learn from it na rin. Pero kung may deadline ka, bilisan mo. Finalizing and uploading. Before we continue with the next step, we just want to remind you again that you can join the official Discord server of Lonely AstroBears Space Agency, where you can create, educate, and collaborate with fellow artists and NFT enthusiasts today. Also, be sure to like this video to let YouTube know that you enjoy what you're watching. A subscription will also go a long way, but for now, let's go back to the tutorial. Once you're satisfied with your design, finalize mo na. Ang tawag dito ay post-production. Make sure that your layers are in the correct order. Make sure mo na rin na tama yung colors na ginamit at nilagay mo sa artwork o bawat artwork na ginawa mo. If the artworks are complete, all that's left for you to do is to list sa account na ginawa natin sa OpenSea. To start, let's go to OpenSea.io. Log into your account by clicking on the profile icon and then log in with your MetaMask wallet. Pag naka-login ka na, you will see the Create button at the top right side of the screen, and this is where the listing process starts. This will prompt your MetaMask wallet to pop up and ask for your digital signature to verify na gumagawa ka talaga ng panibagong project. Click Sign so you can start working on your listing. You will see the Create New Item on your screen, and below it are the necessary parts na kailangan mo i-fill out. Just upload your image at the designated upload bin, whether it's an image, video, audio, or 3D model. After mo i-upload yung graphic, pwede mo nang simulang ilagay yung details ng art mo, starting with the name of your artwork, a link to your website or social media page if you have one, a description of your work, and if it belongs to a collection. Feel free to play around with the details of your work. For the Labsa Bear, we included traits such as the body, the color of the background, the suit, and more. May iba pang properties na pwede mong gamitin kagaya ng unlockable content if you want to add hidden freebies. And you can also indicate whether your artwork contains explicit content. Kung yung artwork mo is, alam mo na. Once you've completed all the necessary details, it's now time to determine kung gaano karami yung supply na gusto mong ilagay of the artwork you're listing. In our case, we only listed on for each bear. But for now, we recommend na one lang din muna ang ilagay mo. Finally, this is the part where you determine kung saang blockchain mo ilalagay yung artwork mo. Since napag-usapan na natin previously na Ethereum blockchain ang ginagamit sa OpenSea, you can select Ethereum as your blockchain of choice. Ibig sabihin nito, sa Ethereum blockchain mapupunta yung record ng listing mo. Pati na rin yung transaction na mangyayari once mabenta ito. But because the Ethereum blockchain requires a one-time gas fee to mint, meaning may one-time transaction fee na kailangan mong bayaran to list all your works for sale, you'll have to allocate for this. The fee varies depending sa trend ng crypto market, so we suggest that you opt for the Polygon network. Polygon is a sidechain of Ethereum where you can list your items for sale at zero fees. Better, di ba? But if you have the budget, you can go for Ethereum. We highly suggest that before you start choosing which network you go for, do research on this first. Our detailed video on the blockchains are yet to come, so we can only suggest materials that you can find linked in the description below. Double check the details you provided, and once you're satisfied with your listing, click Create. Marketing. Before you publish your artworks for sale, makikita mong nakalist pa lang siya sa collection mo at wala pang price na naka-indicate. You can use this time to market your collection in different platforms so that when you list the item for sale, you already have the market following, as it often works well for most NFT creators. To market your artworks, or shill, the terminology used when promoting within the space, you can post it at the official NFT Philippines Facebook group as well as Twitter. Determine the date of your sale so people know when to expect the drop. Now, as a disclaimer, we know that part of shilling an NFT project often requires utilities and roadmaps. But for this tutorial, ginusto lang namin gawing simple at madaling intindihin yung process ng pag-create, upload, at shill ng artwork sa OpenSea. Especially for those who have not built a team and those who just want to be able to try it for the first time. If you guys want to see a simplified video on utilities and roadmaps, We would be more than glad to create one for you in the future, so make sure you subscribe when that finally drops. Minting. Congratulations! You're finally at the last stretch of making your sale. For the minting process, OpenSea does what is called lazy minting. Therefore, your items listed for sale will remain unminted, not in the blockchain, until someone purchases it from you. When putting up your works for sale, now's the time to determine your price. Prices range from 0 to hundreds of thousands worth of cryptocurrency. But because we're just starting out, we recommend that you start at a reasonable price, both for you and the potential buyers. In this case, you have to consider your value as an artist, as well as the current market situation. It can also depend on what your project is aiming for. But if you were looking for a good price to start with, we recommend pricing your works at a range between 0.0015 Ethereum to 0.015 Ethereum. But you can also do further market research to determine the best pricing for your work. This officially wraps up this series. We want to congratulate you for making it to the end of this tutorial. We hope you enjoyed this short journey as much as we did while making it for you. If you liked this series and found it educational and useful, we would appreciate it if you could share it with your friends whom you know will benefit from it. We once again want to remind you that this is not the only right way to get into NFT projects, but merely a simplified tutorial to get started. Don't forget to leave a like down below and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. If you haven't joined our Discord server yet, what are you waiting for? Link will be found in the description below. This has been Lonely AstroBears Space Agency, and we'll see you next time. To the moon!